That joining us now live in the studio is Ruth Herbert, the British activist. Ruth, how are you doing? Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you.
And how are you holding up? It must have been quite a challenge, and you're here. You must feel, well, relief, but what else? Your emotions, tell us about them.
Oh, yeah, I suppose relief. I'm very tired and want to rest now. But it has been a fantastic journey, and it's been a great privilege to do it.
Yeah, well, tell us about the journey, your experiences, the people you met, the support you've had along the way, for a cause that is clearly close to your heart.
Well, I've crossed 12 countries. I started in the north of England and I've gone across Europe. And I think in every country that I've been through, I have found that the ordinary people support Palestine and are very moved by the suffering that is happening and the injustice that's happening to them.
And how difficult was the journey? I mean, we've got your backpack here. Is this everything? Were these your worldly possessions for the last 7 months?
This is it, yes. And this is a third of my body weight, so I've been carrying that for the last 6.5 months. And I think there were times when it was tough, but the weather has been on my side most of the time. I've had very few days of walking in the rain, and I've been very lucky.
and no doubt painful at times, difficult, tough, and mentally challenging. Yeah. But of course, I suppose you have to weigh all of those things against the suffering that's happening in Gaza.
And I think that's something that when I felt a little bit miserable, I just think, I'm nothing compared to what's happening in Gaza. And then it was easy to carry on. So, yeah.
Where did the idea come from? How did you decide to take on such a challenge?
I think it was just the need to I felt that I needed to do something more, and I thought, well, what can I do? And I just came up with this, and so I decided to make it happen. I'm not an athlete. I've only done one long walk before, and I just thought, well, I'm going to do something, because doing something is better than doing nothing.
And assistance along the way, no doubt people became aware of your challenge, your campaign. Were you joined along the route?
Yeah, I had family members join me and friends, and I met people along the way. So although I did a lot of the journey on my own, I had sort of people accompanying me for weeks at a time, which was lovely. Yeah.
And you said you felt that you had to do more. I mean, did you join the protests that have been taking place on a weekly basis in London and around the UK as well?
Yeah, when I was at home, I was going to weekly, sometimes bi-weekly protests in my hometown, Lancaster, and sometimes going to the national marches and writing to my MP and things like that. But it's the feeling that if we all speak up in our daily lives, we might be able to make a difference and find more justice for the Palestinians.
And what was the response from your MP? Because there have been accusations against the government in the UK that they perhaps have not done enough.
Well, they haven't done enough, and my plan is to get back next weekend, and I'm going to go with Palestine Solidarity UK and go and speak to my MP when I get home.
And what will you be telling them or asking them?
I will be asking them to bring sanctions on Israel and stop selling them arms, because they need to do that. So
raising awareness, part of your challenge, but of course raising money as well. Just tell us a little bit about how much you managed to raise and where that will go.
Okay, so I raised nearly £50,000, and it will go to the charity Medical Aid for Palestinians, which is a UK-based charity that has clinics around Palestine, and have a Just Giving page that is on social media called Big Trek for Palestine.
Have you been surprised about the generosity of people and the ability to donate?
Yeah, people as people have found out about my journey, they've started to donate more, and I think along the way I've sort of experienced generosity, just people being kind to me. But I think now that people are hearing about my story, they are giving more.
And of course, when you began your journey, the war was in full effect. Midway through your journey, of course, the ceasefire would have come in. Yeah. I mean, how did that change your outlook on the challenge?
Well, I didn't believe the ceasefire would last, because, like I say, you can't have peace without justice. And so, I mean, there's still Palestinians dying since this last ceasefire. I think it's over 200 and something now. So really what we need is justice for the Palestinians and for them to be able to live in peace and liberty.
And for you, another challenge perhaps in the future, one that may indeed include a visit to the Middle East?
I would love to go to Palestine one day, yes. I haven't planned any new challenges yet.
let the feet recover first.
Yes, exactly. I'm looking forward to waking up with not having sore feet and the bruises that I have.
Well, indeed. Look, congratulations. Well done. Incredible achievement.
Thank you.
And I hope you get to enjoy a few days with your feet up, or perhaps in a nice hot bath here in Istanbul.
That sounds lovely.
OK, Ruth, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Pleasure to have you in the studio. Ruth Herbert there, British activist who has walked for 6.5 months to raise money for Palestinians in Gaza.